The piece we are looking at today is the Akka elephant mask from the Bamileke, which is part of the western Grassfield region in Cameroon. They were made in the 19th to 20th century. Their population consists of about 8 million people.
A little more on the Bamileke tribe is that they are governed by a village chief who is supported by a council of elders. In the past, the chief was believed to have supernatural powers that allowed him to turn into an animal, such as an elephant, buffalo, or leopard. These animals are viewed as symbols of power and strength in nature, which is why the chief would draw to them for strength. The chief is responsible for the protection of his people, dispensing supreme justice and ensuring the fertility of crops and fields.
While Bamileke masks and masqueraders may appear in royal festivals, they are normally associated with various men's societies, most of which are ultimately linked to the palace and the king. The societies are closed to outsiders, and only those who have the authorization to partake in the various activities may do so. Each society has its own special house, its own masks, costumes, dances, and a secret language, enacting on behalf of the king to establish order and to preserve social and religious structures of the kingdom.
To add on to what Gabby said, the elephant mask, or the Mbab Mtang, is a highly important and unique piece in African tribal culture. The name given to the masks, like this, Mbab Mtang, means animal and with huge ears. Found in African tribes in Cameroon, such as the Bamileke people, the elephant mask is often seen used in celebrations, ceremonies, and funerary events.
These rituals are often kept very private among these people. Some examples of when the elephant mask is worn is during the funerals of kings, queens, and other society members. The wearers perform cultural dances and sing songs with the mask. These traditions are meant to invoke power and honor in tribe members. Through the depiction of elephants and leopards, the elephant mask represents the power and authority of the kings as they display powerful and fierce zoomorphic designs on the mask.
Performers wore elephant masks with indigo dye robes, red feather headdresses, and leopard pelts. This stylish costume is exclusive to the Bamileke culture. The beadwork found on the mask also reinforces the king's royal status through association, as beads are typically used for those of notable descent. The restricted color palette on the beads on this mask suggests that it may have been made before official German occupation of the area in 1902, when the range of available beads increased.
Continuing on with that thought, you can see the elephant mask is essentially a cloth and bead helmet mask, with two flat round discs which act like ears and are attached on either side.
There are two long panels in front and back that allude to an elephant's trunk. Lips, large round eyes, a straight nose, and a mouth delineated by beads and a red cloth creates facial features giving the mask an anthropomorphic character. At the top of the mask, a disc-like round headdress supports a freestanding animal created from wood, cloth, and plant fiber. Dark blue imported cloth trimmed with bright red trade cloth supports the bead embroidery. The colorful glass beads that decorate the mask surface were imported from Venice and Bohemia in Europe and signal wealth and prosperity.
The beads consist of light blue, yellow, and white, with a few red beads attached as highlights. This coloration really gives the mask a unique sense of identity and authenticity in the Bamileke society. Several of these beads are strung on a thread, and the strand is then attached to the cloth after approximately every 6th to 10th bead. However, patterns may vary. They are intricate in detail, and in their many different configurations, demonstrate the African artist's delight in variation and innovation. The mask shown is about 140 by 51 by 19 centimeters. A majority of these masks tend to fall under similar measurements.
The Akka elephant mask can be found at multiple museums, including the Smithsonian Institute of African Art in Washington, D.C., the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the Cleveland Museum of Art.